Palsgrove Mountain, 3,350 feet elevation gain, 5.8 miles one way, 11.6 miles round trip. I think that might be an elk. Oh. That's the angle. Today I'm going to be running up Palsgrove Mountain. It's right at the base of Cameron's Cone. There's going to be a great deal of off-trail also, but I've done a lot of research, so we should be pretty good. But I'll give you the highlights. Here we go. First part, of course, is to make it up Ruxton and then Hydro Street to get to the trailhead. There's our first look of Cameron's Cone back there. We're going just to the base of that on the backside from this perspective. There's a half mile. One mile. One and a half. Here's a pretty unique feature of Barr Trail if you've never been on it before. At about 1.6 miles, you got the connector, the bailout to the incline. There's 2 miles. So right here at about 2.1 miles is one of the best views to kind of understand what's around you for this hike. Highest point's Cameron's Cone, that's about 10,800 if I remember correctly, maybe 10,700. Palsgrove, about 9,800 right there. You can see the Magog and Gog rock structures here as well. And off on the left is Eagle Mountain, right there. The Crystal Park neighborhood is right at the base of Cameron's Cone right there. Well, this is fun so far. I'm still hitting about 20-minute miles. Feeling good. At just under 2.5 miles, you'll have the turn up. It'll take you to the top of the incline. Don't take that. Stay on Barr. This is where it really gets fun. Two and a half. I'm just under an hour. Rocky Mountain Peak straight ahead. Here's mile marker 3. Just about to get to Fremont Experimental Forest. That's where my Pikes Peak Atlas says the next turn is, so we'll see if I can find it. It's supposed to be a pretty light trail. Here is the Fremont Experimental Forest split. To the right is Fremont, Aspen Grove, Rocky Mountain Peak, and Mount Manitou are back there. My trail map says I need to go this way a little bit. Well, that looks like it. Let's see. Huh. Maybe up here. Okay, I was looking around a little bit and I think I found the light trail. It appears to go right here and then turns right up here. We'll see. It's looking promising though. This is really the most fun part of all this whenever I'm off trail trying to find stuff. Alright, I just referenced my map again. And this is apparently called Long's Ranch Road. I don't feel like I'm on it though. Maybe I'm doing a a trail, like a game trail or a watershed route that kind of connects to it. Okay, it's just opened up. This is probably the actual trail. I just went through some fun area. I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit, see if this goes back to Barr, just from curiosity. Yeah, there we go. I see a little sign down there too. Okay, the real way you should come up, Longs Ranch Road. Great view of Rocky Mountain Peak right there. Palsgrove is starting to get more and more intimidating the closer I get. Woo, that is tall. So I'm standing on the edge of this cliff right here, trying to track what type of route I'm gonna start carving up this thing. So I'm gonna work my way more along this saddle right here, that you can actually see the cogway track right there. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to cross that at a certain point, but I think I'm gonna get to this point right here and start working my way up just behind that outcropping. Well, I don't think the camera's capturing this, but I'm just blown away by how beautiful this is. Whoa, I'm at about 4.5 miles and I just found this. This looks like a bridge. What is this? Oh, and there's a moose back there. Is that a moose or an elk? I think that might be an elk. Oh, it's running up. Elk back there. I don't want to get too close. I don't want to get too close and mess with them, so I'm kind of making my presence known and letting them run off, just to be safe. This is where one of the elk was standing, right when I saw him, right here. And then he took off and he ran right up there. I gave them about 5 minutes before I started walking this way. So I think I'm good now. They're probably like, what was that? I'm about 4.5 miles in now. Okay, so I'm just referencing my Pikes Peak Atlas right now. And you can see this is Palsgrove Mountain. And I was trying to figure out what the mountain next to it was, and it's Mary's Mountain. And right in between the middle, there's a saddle. It's called Dark Canyon. And then I was looking for this rock piling that's back there, and it's called Monty's View Rock Pile. So Monty's, right behind this tree is Mary's Mountain, Dark Canyon in between, and then up here Palsgrove. I'm just on the other side of that exposed outcropping, so I'm gonna try to make my way down and then go right up in this section right here. I think I'm about ready to call it. Just start carving my way up. That looks just as good as any other route. I'm gonna try to just carve right through the middle right here. I need to go down this section here, and I'm gonna cross Ruxton Creek and cross the train tracks. Okay, I just climbed down all that, probably 100 feet. Just about to get to the creek. Now I gotta figure out how to cross this. Easy enough. Well, now for the brutal part. I go up 1,500 feet elevation gain off trail. It looks like this. That's the angle. Woo! This is like an entire incline. So many moths. It's a tree graveyard up here. Making progress. I'm about 200 feet up so far. So if anybody is weird enough to come back here, like I am, a quick tip is it's really easy to kind of go tunnel vision when you're doing this type of just off-trail incline. It's easy to only look down and then like completely forget all this stuff that could just pop you right in the head. So just be careful. So I'm not at the top yet, but I just decided to climb up some of these rocks here so I can get a view. This is hard but rewarding. Wow. Doesn't get much better than that. Just an update, I'm about 300 feet elevation gain from the top. Getting close. That was a nice breaking point I just took. It was really cool. I took up my trail map and was checking stuff out, learning the backcountry a little bit better from that vantage point. This is pretty neat. Is that it? I think that might be it. Not it. There it is for sure. The end. Here it is, the highest point. Palsgrove Mountain, 3,350 feet elevation gain, 5.8 miles one way, 11.6 miles round trip. All right, I'm heading back down now. I'm gonna try to go to Magog and Gog, right at the base of the Cameron's Cone. I think that might make a fun little circuit here. Just kind of exploring though, because I'm not exactly sure how to get down. Okay, this is a great view of the site I wanted to see. So there's Cameron's Cone, and then you can see Magog right there and Gog right there. Only problem is like getting down. I'm just gonna have to start stepping little by little. I'll figure my way out. About 1,000-foot elevation drop. Not too bad so far. All right, I'm just about down from Palsgrove now. I'm headed towards Magog and Gog, and that was pretty sketchy coming down. I didn't record much because I needed both my hands. There was a lot of exposure, but there were plenty of rocks and trees and stuff to kind of help me catch my way on my downward descent. But getting there. This is pretty neat. I found somebody's little mining spot. Left all their tools here. Got some neat rocks up here too. I'm gonna leave it all be. This is pretty cool. Wish I could meet the person who owned this. Love to dig with them sometime. Lucky for me, whoever owned that little spot, they left a nice little trail for me to follow out. So I'm just gonna take this, and it looks like it's leading me right in the correct direction. I can see some light footsteps. I would have definitely gone a different direction if it wasn't for that. But this feels more right now. Okay, that led me to this rock, which gives me a great view of Magog and Gog right there. A lot further than I thought. Oh well. So looking at how the elevation map is from here, it doesn't make sense for me to go up to Gog, because then I'm going to go down and then come back up just to go down. So I think what I'm going to do is go down and then kind of scoot along this edge until I get to Magog, and then I know the way down from there. There's a lightly established trail. Okay, it's been a good hour and a half since I started the descent from Palsgrove, and I had to just like bushwhack all the way through that. It was fun, but I wouldn't recommend it. That was a lot of hard work. Finally found a trail though, first time in a while, so I'm gonna follow this and hope it takes me to the base of Magog, and then I'll be set. Okay, well I found a light trail. Maybe it was a game trail or a light hiking trail, but it led me to the tracks. So it's starting to get dark, so I'm just gonna run down this. And if I see somebody, I'll just be honest and tell them my hike took longer than expected. This was my only option. We'll see what happens. But that was a fun day. Hope you enjoyed the hike.